Everybody. So welcome to day one of the reading rush. It is 10 o'clock right now, 10 o'clock in the morning. And yeah, the way I had planned out my reading to go has not been going that way so far. I woke up at 6:30 a.m. because I have a new job. So I'm getting in the process of getting ready for that. I had a drug test this morning. I have to do a background check, and then we'll be able to get into orientation and then training, and then I can really start working. So yeah, I'm excited about that. I just got home. I went to the grocery store, bought some food to eat, of course, and yeah, I'm gonna tell you guys like my reading plans. Plan was to read She's Still There. Well, this is my read outside book for that challenge. And yeah, I'm supposed to wake up early, go outside on the back porch, and just read part one of this book. This week, I'm going to try to wake up at like at least 7 a.m. every morning and go out on my porch and read a full part of this book. And when I'm done, I'll come back inside and I'm going to start another book. The plan is to be reading 3 books at a time, pretty much. So I'm just going to grab my iPad, put on some instrumentals, and just start reading. Oh my God. Look at how hot it looks out here. I'm gonna see what the temp is like, you know. Maybe I could just sit here in as much shade as possible. Yeah. My plan was to sit here, but I cannot sit out here in the sun. I'm gonna go ahead and get something to drink, and I'm gonna tell you guys about what the book is about. Got my drink, got my book, my iPad, and my pen. Yeah, this is the type of book you gotta take notes on. And one thing you guys should know is that I've started this book like twice, so I've read part 1 and a little bit of part 2. Whew. Put on some music. My parents aren't here, so I feel more comfortable like just talking. Can you go to YouTube? This YouTube channel is so good. It's very like indie Christian music. So yeah, they have like these hour-long playlists that you can listen to. They do have ads, so if you don't like those, then I don't suggest it. But I feel like the ads are in order to support them, and that's perfectly fine with me. Yes. They used to be called the Good Christian Blog. If you go to their Spotify or anything like that, you'll find like all the music they ever put like on their YouTube channel, because these are real artists. What this book is about, it's from the perspective of Crystal Evans Hurst. These are her words, and it's her life. And you see the book's called She's Still There, and it has like this byline called Rescuing the Girl in You. And I picked this up from Target like a long time ago, probably like 3 years ago. And it just has, I don't know, I think it's a bit like, you could call it a self-help book. And I remember when I picked up this book, I was just in Target looking for something, I don't know, books definitely, but when I saw this, I was like, wow, it really just spoke to me, because at the time, and probably like still now, I felt like I wasn't the person I used to be, you know, and like I liked who I used to be. And I don't know, as you get older, like you go through these new transitions in life, you're like, you're not handling it the way that you thought you would at a young age. You know, the people have those prompts like, what would you tell yourself, your 8-year-old self? What would you tell your past self? Yourself from 5 years ago, what would you say? And like, I would always be like, I don't know, I would tell my older self that, oh, you're gonna be so disappointed, it's terrible. But you know, as this book says, she's still there. And you don't want to be telling yourself that life didn't turn out the way you wanted it to, so all of a sudden like life is just bad. That's not the case. Like, I'm proud of myself. So sure, it could have been so much better. Like, I don't know, I could be like super duper successful, whatever that means. And I have so much to live for, so many possibilities. And I think that stuff is kind of summed up in here. And it's just like a journey of doing self-reflection. Told you guys that I've been reading it, so I do have things already underlined, and I do have like post-its in here. So yeah, I'm just gonna try to read 66 pages. I'm gonna start reading finally. I just noticed that the playlist is a party mix, so that's not what we want to read with. So I'm just gonna change that so that it's not a party. Whew. Okay, so I've been out here for over 50 minutes, but I've been reading for 50 minutes according to my playlist. And I only got through chapter 1, which is 33 pages, which is my standard speed. Like, I can read 33 pages in an hour. Oh my god, can I really stay out here another hour? And I actually have an appointment, a virtual appointment with my orthodontist. I work at 4. And I'm gonna try to push through, but it's getting hot. Yeah, I've been doing some underlining, and you know, I've read this, I already told you, I read part 1 before already, but that was like a while ago. So I'm just reviewing, and I'm seeing like the note cards that I've left in here, and yeah, I'm happy to see that I wrote in this book the way I was feeling, and I can look at it and say, okay, I don't feel that way anymore. I see myself going back and reading this in the future, definitely. So I have one more chapter. I think I'll be done before 2 o'clock, and then I'm gonna go inside, probably fix something to eat because I'm getting hungry, get some more to drink. Then I have my appointment at 3, and I have work at 4. Yeah. Now it's part 2, but I'm saving that for tomorrow. I'm done. It's a lot cooler now. The wind's blowing. I think it's gonna rain. So I'm just going to take all my things inside. I'm going to eat and then start another book. That took like, I think like 2.5 hours to finish reading. Lunch, I have Vampire Diaries on the side snack. I just completed my appointment with my orthodontist, and it was just really simple. I've been having I got my braces off a month ago, and I've been having some popping in my jaw, and like it wasn't painful, but it just kept like, you know, I would hear this sound whenever I'd open my jaw. It was so terrible, but not painful. It's just annoying. So I made an appointment to talk to my orthodontist, and this was what happened. I didn't like film anything with it because I didn't really know what he was gonna say, but it turns out they're just gonna send me a document with information about different remedies. So here's a list. Yeah, TMJ self-care. But I'm not in pain. I just want something to like relax my mouth. Now I have to go to work at 4, but I'm going to start reading this book, The Only Woman in the Room